Have you ever wondered about the mysteries hidden in the Bible? Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating symbols in the book of Revelation, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. Who is this woman? What does she mean for us today? Let's explore this together. In Revelation 12, we find a vivid description of a woman in a powerful vision. The Apostle John, while on the island of Patmos, received this vision from God. In it, a great sign appears in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She's pregnant, crying out in pain as she is about to give birth. But what does this all mean? Many believe that this woman represents Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary was chosen by God to bring the Savior into the world. The crown of 12 stars could symbolize the 12 tribes of Israel, or even the 12 apostles. When Jesus was born, he became the light of the world, just like the sun that clothes the woman in this vision. But the story doesn't end there. As Mary carried Jesus, she faced challenges and dangers. The dragon in the vision, which represents evil, tried to stop the birth of Jesus. But God protected him, and Jesus went on to fulfill his mission of saving us from sin. Another powerful interpretation sees the woman as a symbol of the church, the body of believers. Just as the woman in Revelation gave birth to a child who would rule the nations, the church brings forth new believers, spreading the message of Jesus around the world. The church, like the woman, has faced many trials and persecutions throughout history, yet God has always been with his people, guiding and protecting them. Just like the woman was pursued by the dragon, the church faces opposition, but God's love and protection never fail. Some believe the woman represents the nation of Israel, God's chosen people. The 12 stars on her crown could represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Israel gave birth to the Messiah, Jesus, and has played a central role in God's plan for salvation. Israel's journey has been one of both triumphs and challenges, but through it all, God has remained faithful. The vision of the woman in Revelation reminds us of Israel's role in God's great plan. The imagery of a woman being pursued by a dragon in Revelation 12 is quite unique, but it draws on several themes and symbols found elsewhere in the Bible, especially in the Old Testament. However, there isn't another direct reference to a woman being chased by a dragon in the same vivid manner as described in Revelation 12. After Adam and Eve's sin, Genesis 3-15, God declares enmity between the serpent, often associated with Satan, and the woman. The verse says, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." This is sometimes seen as a prophecy of the coming Messiah, who would be born of a woman and ultimately defeat Satan. This enmity is echoed in Revelation 12, where the dragon, Satan, pursues the woman and her offspring. In Isaiah 66:7-9, there is imagery of a woman in labor giving birth to a son before her pain comes. While this passage primarily focuses on Zion, Jerusalem, as the mother of the people of God, bringing forth a new nation, it shares the theme of a woman in the midst of childbirth, which is also seen in Revelation 12. Micah 4:10 describes daughter Zion as a woman in labor, crying out in pain. This image of a woman giving birth under difficult circumstances mirrors the pain and struggle of the woman in Revelation 12, Jeremiah 4:31. The nation of Israel is depicted as a woman in labor, experiencing anguish and distress, which can be seen as a metaphor for the nation's suffering. Psalm 74:13-14 speaks of God breaking the heads of the sea monsters and crushing the heads of Leviathan. Leviathan is often depicted as a chaotic dragon-like creature, symbolizing evil. This passage resonates with the theme of God's victory over the dragon in Revelation 12. While Daniel 7:23-27 doesn't describe a woman being pursued, it does feature a vision of beasts, one of which is a dragon-like creature that persecutes God's people. This is somewhat parallel to the dragon in Revelation 12 pursuing the woman, symbolizing the forces of evil against the faithful. Jeremiah 51:34. Babylon is likened to a dragon that has devoured and crushed the people. This depiction of the dragon as a force of destruction aligns with the dragon in Revelation. While the exact scenario of a woman being chased by a dragon is unique to Revelation 12, the imagery draws heavily on Old Testament themes. Of a woman in labor, the serpent or dragon is a force of evil, and the persecution of God's people. Revelation uses these symbols to convey a powerful message of spiritual conflict and ultimate divine win. Even with all these interpretations you lean towards, the message is clear. God's love and protection are always with us. The woman in Revelation, whether seen as Mary, the church, or Israel, symbolizes God's people and his unending care for them. Jesus, our good shepherd, will never abandon us. Just as he protected the woman in the vision, he protects and guides us today. When we face our own dragons, the challenges and fears of life, we can trust that Jesus is with us, bringing light into our darkest moments. So what does this mean for us? It means that we are never alone. Whether you see yourself as part of the church, as someone who looks to Mary as a model of faith, or as someone who values the rich history of Israel, the message is the same. God is with you. His love is a light that never fades. Whenever you feel lost or overwhelmed, remember the woman of Revelation. Remember that God is always by your side, ready to protect and guide you, just as he did in this powerful vision. The woman of Revelation is a powerful symbol of God's love and protection. She reminds us that no matter what happens, God is in control, and his plans for us are good. Let this be a reminder that you are loved, you are seen, and you are never alone. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe for more biblical truths and uplifting messages. Remember, God's love will always guide you, just as he has guided his people throughout time.